Всем привет, я Адонис, мы продолжаем проходить Kingdom Come Deliverance. Предлагаю теперь сосредоточиться на заданиях просто и на основной кампании. Пренебрегать немножко от этим вот просто занятиями. Так, нам надо купить у него зелье от от ломоты в костях. Так, где-то у него здесь было. Противоядие. Примочка. Ослабляет боли в костях и суставах. Ага, то есть я тоже его могу использовать. Ага. О, это нам и надо. Одна штучка. Так, прекрасно. Снадобье для писаря. А, кстати, прокачка же. Сила. 12 уровень. Ужасающе. Это пока рано. Все будут разбегаться. Мул. Следующий уровень мула. Прекрасно. Плюс 25 фунтов. Это очень хорошо. Шик просто. Так, ну по ловкости рано пока. Карманная кража. Ну вот. Знаток вещей 1. Показывает характеристики половины вещей в сумме жертвы во время карманной кражи. Алхимия пока рано еще. Подождем. Починка. Так, благоухание, если помыться. Плюс, то есть одежду помыть. Вот. Сивильский стежок. Каждый предмет одежды, который вы носите и починили самостоятельно, добавляет к обаянию 0,5, но не более 2. Это шикарно. Так, а что там консервный нож? А, это меньше оружия портится, и наоборот мы больше портим чужое. Ну, ничего хорошего в этом нету. Ну, мы будем медленнее портиться, зато ремонтировать не смогу. Вот, сивильский стежок. Обаяние 13 пока. Че, подремонтируемся, больше станет. Так, снадобье. Посмотрим, где его. Вот. Писарь. Ой. Тут народ собрался, кстати, надо заняться тоже зданием будет. Так тут надо глянуть, что в первую очередь делать. Так, он снизу, что ли? Не, наверное, сверху, наоборот, писарь. Вот, как всегда спит днем Фридрих. Надо было ему лучше петушка подать, тогда бы не спал. Там зелье петушок есть.
I've got something here for that knee of yours.
Really?
This ointment should help.
Thank you. Let's just hope it works.
Ой, славно. Улучшен навык алхимии, шик.
Is it possible to find out from the records where someone lives?
You think we keep records of every serf? For Christ's sake, they breed like rabbits.
But I thought that in the rat house, though, in the books...
Boy, the books are for recording pacts, undertakings, punishments, property rights, and so forth. In other words, important things. We don't keep records of serfs.
Вот такое отношение к людям.
Elishka? You don't mean the one who married into the Mishek family?
Yes. Yes, you know her.
Why wouldn't I? I used to play dice with old Mishek years ago. He had a son, a nice polite lad. How is he?
У него все в порядке. Повешен.
Oh, you know, he's quite tied up these days.
Well, if you see him, tell him to swing by.
And where are the Mishaks living now?
A stone's throw from Rate by the small fish pond.
Thanks.
Почему он не сказал, что повешен? Он сказал по-английски что-то. Он сейчас очень сильно привязан к дереву или к деревьям. Можно подумать, что садовод какой-нибудь. Любитель природы. Хорошо. Так, и тут задание вот это... Что тебе не нравится? Да, я пройду. Что это? Свиток?
Be a bit more careful.
Да давай, ты уже скорее иди.
Hey.
Так, journal. Задание. Вот, поговорить с теми, кому нужна работа. Не обязательно сначала делаем. Ключница Агнешка. Смотрим на карту. Так. Блин, почему на X? Тут метку я вообще поставить не могу сейчас, понятно. Ладно, сейчас разберемся на пойдем. А мне ж под дождем какие-то там плюсы, если я не ошибаюсь. Красноречие 9, живучесть, обаяние 13. Ну не такое большое сейчас. Вот она.
Are you Agnes, who works at St. James?
I am. Or I did, before those devils rolled in and burnt down Scalets. Why do you ask?
I'm looking for a good cook and housekeeper, and everyone I asked sent me to you.
I've been blessed by God.
So it seems. Anyway, the local merchant wants someone who can cook food fit for nobility and take care of his household.
Well, Father Francis was very fond of good food, but I can't just go serve someone else.
Merchant Hagen isn't just anybody.
I've heard of him, that he's a good Catholic.
Really? Well, yeah, sure he is.
Truly. People still talk about the lovely service he arranged for his wife's funeral.
So you wouldn't mind being his housekeeper?
Well, I don't know. What will Father Francis do?
Where's Father Francis now?
I don't know. The last time I saw him, he was going to confession in Sasau. But that was before all these terrible things happened. I've heard no word of him since then.
Does he go to Sasau often? Where does he stay when he's there?
Not so often. About once a month. He always used to stay in the inn near the monastery, so he wouldn't have far to go.
I'll ask around about what happened to Father Francis. I'll let you know.
God be with you.
Ишь ты, какая она сложная. А еще не делали ли ошибку? Может, кому-то работа важнее? Так, там что-то проскакивало, не? Полюбоваться. Уже, видно, любовался больше. Больше нет эффекта. Могу обокрасить, кстати. Меня могут заметить, ладно. Тогда там же какая-то прокачка была, кстати. Навыки. Занятия алхимией. Не, все равно рано. На каком уровне это все будет? На 5-м. А у меня сейчас 4-й. Окей. Блин, как же удобно. Дополнительные клавиши на мышке сбоку. Это просто обалденно. 2, я бы даже 4 еще бы добавил. Еще штучки 2. Ну, правда, там может путаться начну. Но очень удобно. Так, дальше надо поговорить. А это уже не написано, что не обязательно. Вот. Люди, которых интересует работа, будут ждать светлое время суток во дворе ратуши. Довольно сложное задание, его без сохранений сложно проходить. Ошибок не наделать. Очень сложно. Так, это они все, да? Тонда, вид.
God be with you. Are you here on account of the water carrier?
Yes, I am. My name is Vincent.
Nice to meet you. I'll ask a few questions and we'll see. All right?
Fine. Ask away.
Блин, они все имена в английской версии меняют на английские. Что, англичане не могут этих чешских имен принять, что ли? Вид Винсент. Вместо Агнешки там тоже что-то английское было. Но они ж ломают атмосферу этим. Зачем так? Они считают прям пользователей, кто англоязычный, совсем тупыми людьми. Но это ж не так.
What did you do before this?
I work for my father.
Doing what? Who's your father, anyway?
He was Moimir. We had a farm near Scarlett's.
Really? His farmhands came to the tavern a lot, but I never saw you there.
I don't go to taverns.
So you're probably here about carrying water, right?
I want to carry water.
That's all? You've nothing more to add?
That's what's needed, ain't it?
How are you holding up?
Well, I'm alive. But I miss my father. And the farm, too. But Ma says there's no use dwelling on it. Life must go on.
Но он чувствуется таким потерянным, что ли, по голосу. Ему работа сейчас очень нужна. Впрочем, как и большинству здесь. Что я за это получу? Не.
What happened with Bailiff? He couldn't get a word out of anybody.
I don't know. I didn't talk to him at all.
That's enough for now.
God be with you.
Вид нормальный, этот самый претендент. Прям в собеседовании веду со всеми. Так, кто он, да?
God save you.
You're here about the water carrying?
I am. Where do I get some pails?
Hold your horses. We haven't decided yet who gets the job. I have to ask you a few things first.
What for? I can handle the job. But ask away.
What trade did you do before?
I worked in the mines, at the winch. You've heard of Tonda the winch, right? Strong as a bull.
Ah, the name sounds familiar. You were one of the new miners, weren't you?
I was. I came last autumn. The winter was mild enough to work the mines, and I showed everyone I was a hard worker. So do I get the job?
We're not finished yet.
Значит, он сильный. Может, его для другой работы можно использовать?
Are you here because you want to carry water?
Well, I'd rather be back at the winch. Turning it so fast I'd make everyone's head spin. But now I want to carry water at least, since there's some money in it.
То есть он профессиональный крутильщик.
Well, there's also the option of carrying, shit.
Not a chance. I'm not carrying any shit around. And if anyone tries to make me, I'll break his legs.
Работа для настоящего мужчины.
And what if I told you that you get double the pay?
Didn't I mention something about breaking legs?
You did, but more money?
I wouldn't be Tonda the winch anymore. More like Tonda the stench.
Нормально.
And how are you holding up?
Not very well, I'll tell you that. I help out with something every once in a while and get some money for it. But it's not enough. Especially when the dice don't fall in my favor.
Sure. And have you tried looking for other work?
What for? They'll get the mines running again, and I'll have a real man's job.
Угу.
And what about soldiering? That's real man's work, isn't it?
It is, and I'd be good at it. When I land a punch, you'd think you were kicked by a horse, which I once showed to a soldier I fell out with over a game of dice. Only, I'm too smart for soldiering.
No doubt.
Слишком умный.
And how are you holding up?
Not very well, I'll tell you that. I help out with something every once in a while and get some money for it. But it's not enough. Especially when the dice don't fall in my
Так
favor.
он говорил.
Sure. And have you tried looking for other work?
What for? They'll get...
It's a shame there isn't any real work for strong men.
Ain't that the truth? But as I've said, The mines will...
Понятно.
I heard you lot don't want to talk to the bailiff.
I don't know much about that. The others didn't talk to him, so I kept my mouth shut as well. That's the way we do it at the mines. He didn't even really ask me anything anyway. Just mumbled something under his breath.
I know everything I need.
So, can I go carry water then?
Not yet. I'll tell the bailiff and he'll choose.
Well, I hope he chooses me. Otherwise, I might be very angry.
Ишь ты, угрожать начинает.
If you think I'm afraid of you, you're mistaken.
We'll see. Take care now.
Ишь ты какой пошел. А, это портной.
Greetings, good night.
А чего он такой весь потрепанный-то?
Goodbye.
Жесть. Камень.
God grant you health. How may I help you?
You're one of the people interested in work?
Well, Alex told me that I'm supposed to ask about a job carrying water.
That's right. But first, I'll ask you a few questions. You are...
Peter. But everyone calls me Rock. There was more than enough Peters in the mines, and not just in the mines. So...
Not talking to me?
At the mines? So you're a miner?
That's right. I worked in the East Shaft. and I
Well,
hope we'll be working there
криптовалюта.
again.
Not
Now that I think of it, have you heard anything from their lordships? When will they open the mines again?
I have no idea what their lordships plan to do about it.
All right. I just thought you might have heard something.
How badly do you want to carry water?
Well, right now there doesn't seem to be much work around for miners. And at least I can earn a few groschen.
It's not easy work, though. It's a long way to carry water.
Do you think it was easier in the mines? Digging through rock on your knees all day for months on end?
There's one more
You're
option.
just going to pretend I'm not
Carrying
here?
shit.
What? For the knacker?
It's a job.
But what would people say? I need money badly, but
Am I invisible
I couldn't
or
go
what?
back to mining after that.
But it will be twice the pay.
The money would
Not
help, true
talking
enough.
to me?
What about afterwards? I don't want to be carrying shit all my life.
Понятно. О, можно тут поговорить. Попробовать уговорить.
And I'm not here?
No, it won't come to that. Sir Radzig will surely take care of things when he returns home. He won't forget the sacrifice you make.
I'm glad
Or-
to hear that. If that's how it is, I'll even
You're just
carry
going
shit.
to pretend I'm not here?
Нормально. Один дерьмонос есть.
How are you holding up?
Not talking
You mean this here? Well, I've got feeling back in my arm again.
What happened to it, anyway?
That time in Skalitz. I was knocked down by a horse.
Am I invisible
But it's
or
better
what?
now.
Look, I can see by the way your arm is hanging it's not healed. You can't carry water like that.
Hey,
Well, come
am I
on.
invisible
I
or
owe
what?
money to the Sawbones and I need the work to pay for it. I'll give you anything you want.
You're just going to pretend I'm not here?
Well, I could find something that will help you.
Anything.
Целебное снадобье. О, у меня есть.
Here you go. This will help it heal better.
Thank you so much. How much do I owe?
Hey, am I invisible or what?
Oh, nothing. We Skalitz folk have to help each other out.
Thank you. Thank you, thank
Not
you.
talking to me?
У меня столько там денег, что просто девать не... Что с этим мужиком на заднем плане справа? Сначала это порванная одежда, теперь накручивает круги там. Портной. С ума сошел.
The bailiff said he couldn't get a word out of you.
Well, he's not the most popular man around here, after everything that's happened. You can't blame us.
Hey,
Maybe, but if you lot had just talked to him, I wouldn't have to run around dealing with this, and you'd all have a few groschen by now.
You might be right. But there's no point crying over spilt milk.
hey, am I invisible or what?
That's enough for now.
Take care.
Так, отлично. С камнем все получилось.
Invisible or what?
Все, успокоился. Антония.
What do you want?
I want to work. And I heard you're the one in charge of giving out jobs, not the bailiff.
It's true. Do you know how to cook? If you know how to make food for nobles, then I might have something for you.
Where would I learn to cook food for nobles? I want to carry water.
But Alex has already picked people who want to carry water.
Как это?
He didn't ask me though, so I came here myself.
Как это он выбрал, а почему я ходил всех прошел? Или типа Алис выбрал тех мужиков, и среди них я уже выбираю. Это странно. А чего женщине не подходит? Тяжелые ведра, типа? Ладно, средневековые бабы не такое могли. Ладно, средневековые девушки.
Look, I already have more people than jobs. You're a bit late.
But I really need a job.
But so does everyone else around here.
None of them has a husband on his deathbed.
Это про нее, наверное, говорила подружка. Как ее там зовут? Забыл.
He's dying.
He's badly wounded. So poorly he's been in his bed for weeks. Unconscious most of the time.
Sorry to hear it.
I already owe the apothecary a small fortune. And he won't lift a finger for us now.
What did you do in Skalitz?
I was at the silver works, roasting the ore and washing it. My husband was at the smelter.
Oh, Christ, things got very ugly there. I suppose that's where your husband was wounded? It's a miracle you managed to drag him all the way to Ratai.
What else could I do? Leave him there?
Молодец.
All right, I'll think about it and talk to the bailiff.
And you'll tell him to take me, right? God be with you.
Антония, значит, да? А, и они уходят, да? А, не все. С кем мы еще не говорили? С этими. Отбойщик.
How's it going?
You hear about the water carrying?
Aye. I can haul water all day long.
So, do you want the job? There's plenty of other folk that will take it if you don't.
I do. I want it. What do I have to do?
So tell me, what was your trade before?
I was a miner, then a farm labourer, then I was a servant, then I fled from Skalitz and ended up here.
Quite the factotum, aren't you? Was none of those jobs good enough for you?
I liked them all, but they were always sending me to do something else. Pickman, they'd say. Leave this and go and do that.
Pickman? That's your name?
Actually, my real name's Vassal, but they call me Pickman.
Is that German?
No. It's from when I was in the mines, digging with a pick.
So you're keen on carrying water?
I've been keen on it since I got up this morning.
And you had another job before this morning, or what?
No. I was just joking.
Besides water, you could carry... you could empty latrines.
What? Carry shit? That'd be a new one for me. No, it's not a thing I'd go around boasting about.
А убедите его как-нибудь. Но он не говорил, что прямо совсем отказывается.
How are you holding up, anyway?
What can I tell you? I've seen better days for sure.
What happened with the bailiff? He couldn't get a word out of anybody.
That peacock, what was strutting up and down and shouting at everyone? He told me he'd no time to listen to a buffoon like me. So I shut my mouth.
Buffoon?
That's enough for now.
So, we're agreed then? When do I start working?
Look, the bailiff is the one who will decide after I report back to him.
So, I might not get the job? I'll be in the shit if I don't. Understand?
Сказал щит. Значит, стоит все-таки ему эту работу дать. Корнелиус.
God be with you.
You're interested in carrying water?
I am. It's about time something good came to decent folk.
I agree. Now, I'll ask you a few questions.
What? But I want the work and I deserve it. Keep your questions for good-for-nothings.
Ишь ты.
What makes you so deserving? How did you make a living before this?
I was the owner of a mine. Well, I had a lease on it. But in our line of work, it amounts to the same thing.
The chief, eh? But have you ever hauled a bucket of ore up a hill?
There's no hill in a mine. Just a shaft with a winch.
It's hard work carrying water.
So is taking care of a mine.
It's not quite the same thing, is it? You need brawn to carry water, not brains.
I wasn't born a mine owner, you know. I've done my share of hauling.
There's also the option of, emptying latrines.
Are you trying to insult me? That's no job for a decent Christian.
True. That's why it pays double.
Double, hey? Well, that's not bad, but, for a man of my stature, no doubt there are more needy souls. Double.
Ты смотри, он не против. А двух надо, да? Вот как раз он и этот рок, скала.
How are you holding up in Rattay?
Not too well. I've tried offering my administrative abilities at the rat house, but the bailiff treats me like a peasant.
He's not an easy man to deal with, true enough. But if you show him what you're capable of...
Well, if he gives you a chance to show him...
And the bailiff complained he couldn't get a word out of you.
I refused to talk to him. Last time I did, he was vulgar, shouted and threatened to whip me. And then he comes and interrogates me.
Well, I can't see how that would put you off him. That's enough for now.
Goodbye.
Понятно. Так, что там еще? Поговорить с торговцем Хагеном. Найти отца Франтишека. Поговорим с торговцем. На Би надо идти.
How are you, Henry? May the Lord watch over you.
God be with you.
The bailiff sent me. He said you're looking for a cook.
That's right. I'm searching for a good cook, but I've said all that to our esteemed bailiff.
Well, I offered the bailiff my help because I know the Skalitz folk.
Ah, I see. Well, ask away then.
Do you have any particular requirements for the new cook?
Well, it would be an advantage if she knew how to cook.
Well, yes, but the bailiff said you had other conditions.
Well, I want a woman who's capable of looking after the house when I'm away on business.
Young, nimble.
What for? I want her to impress people with her food, not her face.
I understand. Sorry.
Агнешка идеальный вариант получается.
I also heard there are vacant carrier jobs.
Yes. I'm surprised it hasn't occurred to anyone sooner. It will certainly benefit the city if the burghers don't have to send their own servants.
It will benefit my people as well.
Of course. It goes without saying.
I also heard that you need workers to carry, to empty latrines.
It's not dignified to talk of such manners. That's not a concern for decent people.
Ишь ты даже говорить.
I need to know...
Enough. I won't have such talk in my home.
Хочет, чтобы на него работали люди, этим делом занимались, и даже разговаривать не хочет.
Good luck to you.
Ишь ты какой. Сдавайся.
What's going on?
For security reasons.
70 монет? Или сколько там?
I suppose you could search my purse full of groschen.
А, копейки.
Satisfied?
Come now. Just a little more and we have a deal.
В последнее время что-то стали за мной ходить.
All right, you can go, but not a word to anyone.
Ну, а пройти дашь? Угу. Надо найти Франтишека. Насчет дерьмоносов тут, получается, больше нету вариантов. Окей. Любовь зла. Иди поговори с семьей мужа Элишки. Так. Далеко идти, зараза. Ладно, пойдем сюда. Сытость, энергия нормально. Что так замедлился-то? Подгрузка была? Получается новое селение. Может, там еще задания какие-нибудь будут. Ах, красотища. По-моему, производительность у игры лучше стала. Уже патч 1.6. Постепенно все лучше и лучше. Но это норма для игр последних лет, что выходит недоделанные. И конечное тестирование проводят уже люди, купившие игру. Ох, какая речка, ручеек. Мельница. Красотища. А, мельник краденое покупает. Можно, кстати, продать тут. Наверное, чем больше у тебя краденого, тем чаще тебя осматривают. Есть кто тут? Так вот. Пожилая дама.
What is it now?
Ну, солома в голове, прикольно.
I've got information about your daughter-in-law. Elishka's fine, only she needs...
Never heard of her. Get lost.
Вот какое отношение.
She's your nearest kin. Elishka's part of your family, and she really needs you...
I won't help anyone.
I could make it worth your while.
Really? And what is it you want?
Your son's widow needs help. She has nowhere to go.
What do I care about some useless girl?
Так, куча плюсов. Агрессия больше всего. 14. Может, деньгами банально. Деньгами, зачем? У меня денег куча, поможем.
This might help you decide.
Ну, немало.
You took the words out of my mouth. Send her here, then. But don't let her think she'll be taking it easy. She'll have her work cut out.
That sounds quite...
And if I hear a peep out of her, I'll take a stick to her back.
Fine salvation this is.
Ну ладно. Поговорить с палачом. Вернись к Герману и Лишке. Так, а тут больше ничего интересного нету. Что-то у меня жизни не все, интересно. Здоровье не все. Сытость, надо что-нибудь съесть. Столько зелий всяких. Зелье Лазаря, кстати, крутое. Вес теперь, как у лошади. А, кожевнику надо шкуры принести. Окей. А, нельзя продавать. Понятно. Чё это? Даже поговорить нельзя, обалдеть. Ну ладно. А, кстати, лепиот — это гриб-зонтик. Так, ну занятие это в последнюю очередь, только если рядом будем находиться. Ладно, пошли сюда. Так, ладно. Купальня. В купальню надо сходить. Использовать полный спектр услуг. Так, а где они тут? А, все. Ну-ка, порадуй-ка меня.
I'd like to...
Uh-huh. And what...
I'll certainly need a...
I'm sure... God be with you.
Блин, уже спать сейчас надо будет. Тут поспать нельзя? Ладно, на девушку уже времени нету. Поехали. Сколько у меня без альфа-самца? 14 обаяния. Угу.
Yeah.
Так, я на месте. Ох, прекрасный закат. Красотища. Золотые лучи.
You're not crying now?
I'm not. I've wept enough for a lifetime.
It's a bit of a change since my last visit.
I haven't had much luck in my life, but I've always worked things out in the end. Tears are no help to anything.
That's true.
So, did you find out something about them?
I did. I found your husband's father and mother, and they're willing to take you in.
But...
Скажем правду, зачем?
They're not very nice people, Elishka. They probably work you to the bone. But you would get fed.
Life is never easy. But at least I'd have a family.
Да, постепенно, может, все нормально будет.
You're right. I'll have another talk with Herman.
Goodbye.
Уже спать, что ли, пошел? Герман, блин. Так, я не могу в сарае где-нибудь поспать. Вот он вышел.
Ilishka's looking better.
She is, but she's not happy. God sent the poor girl great trials.
Indeed.
Did you know her whole family was wiped out by the plague? She was barely 12.
Losing your family isn't easy.
Ah, sorry, I wasn't thinking. So, did you find out anything about that kin of hers?
Чё ж они грязные-то такие все?
I have. I tracked them down. They say they'd take her in, but I'm not sure she'd do well there.
Leave that to her. I just hope she'll be better off than now.
I've heard the way you talk about her, and, would you like Ilishka to stay?
You know, Hal, she was always the sweetest girl. When she came with her family to Ratai, still single, she was a sight to behold. And it might surprise you, but she even had a word or two for me now and again. It grieved me when she married that wastrel. It was a foolish idea, but I always thought maybe she and I could... Well, fate likes a good laugh. Now I've strung up her old man. I have her under my roof. After all the years I was thinking of her. I don't want her to leave, but I don't want her to be unhappy here either.
Вот так вот, значит. Какой меч длинный. Прям по земле волочится.
Have you made your mind up?
I can't decide. I don't know Mishik's kin at all, but at least I'd have a family.
Herman could give you a family too.
He's a decent, upright fellow. I've met none better, and that's the honest truth. But he's an executioner.
And what's the problem? That the other women won't chat with you down at the creek? Did that sort of gossip ever interest you anyway? He's a fine man, isn't he? He's willing to take care of you, and he has the means to do it. And he wants you. He's so sick with love for you, he can't even sleep.
But did he really say that?
He told me he's been in love with you for years. He said he always thought you were the sweetest girl in Ratai.
It's true. We used to meet now and again and exchange a few words. Well, he always treated me nicely. By all that's holy, you're right. I'll stay here. Good luck then.
Прямо такая ситуация странная. Но хэппи-энд.
Yes?
Can I stay here with you?
Оба грязные такие.
You mean for good?
If you don't want me to.
You can! By God, you can! You've made me the happiest man in the world.
Блин, такие чумазые вообще. Смотри-ка, даже сценку подготовили. Красотища. И меня в дом пустили. Любовь зла. Точно. Полюбишь и палача. Так, поесть. Как-то у меня все на 100. Нормально. То есть меня накормили здесь. Поспать дали. А время-то... Утро, наверное? Не, вечер. Ладно, будем гулять всю ночь. Так, где там Герман? Так, на этом серия заканчивается. Всем, кто смотрел, спасибо. До встречи!